Mr. Lawrence, Jill, good to see you both. Welcome to Popternative.
Thanks.
Great. Thank you for having us.
Plankton's got a movie. Never thought I'd see the light of day.
What's going on?
Mr. Lawrence, I'm curious about this because I know it is the, same character that you're voicing, but we have seen Plankton in different kind of formats. We've seen kind of Plankton in films, TV shows, spin-offs, toys, rides. Does the mindset ever change in regards to the format of your voicing Plankton, or is it all kind of the same for you specifically over the years?
No, it doesn't. And there's times when they, even for the video games and things like that, they go, well, Plankton's this now. He's going to do this, or we had him as a kid or as a teenager. We had him as a kid on the show a couple of times, flashback kind of things. And it's always to me to be the funniest to just keep his voice the same.
Yeah.
It kind of gives you the mindset that he's always been this guy.
Yeah.
And he was born, he was born 50 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Jill, it's interesting because one of my favorite things about Karyn is the voice of reason, but also kind of like, Plankton, you're an idiot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's funny because I always think about that because it's almost like maybe like it's like Plankton programmed Karyn, right? Like she's kind of turning on him. Is that kind of what is your favorite thing about this character? Because I feel like this character over the years is always the most interesting to me because of the fact that she's a computer. What were you like the most about voicing this character over the years?
I think that you just hit the nail on the head saying that, she makes fun of Doug. I'm sorry, she makes fun of Plankton. And Plankton is the one who programmed her. He could have programmed her to be like a sycophant, like, oh, you're so great, you're so smart, your plans are genius. But that's just kind of the funny those are like those little things on SpongeBob that I love so much. Like, here's this guy, he's such a, I don't want to say loser, but, he's prone to making mistakes like that where he makes the computer, insult him. The computer he makes insults him.
Well, the thing is Plankton, almost everything he tries to do fails. The only thing that's really successful that he made was Karyn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but yet
he should have stopped. He should have just stopped there.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite. Think about how big the SpongeBob world is, right? That's still one of my favorite things ever. Is the fact that
that's so great.
No, it's crazy to think about, like the impact of like the fact that Karyn always turns on Plankton. I did also want to ask, Mr. Lawrence. I keep saying Mr. Lawrence, like I know she said Doug, but like I'm gonna keep it as Miss because you're Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah. As far as the show's concerned,
yeah, absolutely.
That's who I am.
So I just kind of wanted to know. I find it interesting because world domination is always. I mean, we have had changes though because it's like yes, world domination, but then there was the whole he wants to make the bets, he wants to steal the Krabby Patty formula, right? So I'm wondering over the years, what has that been like? Because I know you wrote this film as well, you did develop the story. What has been that kind of journey of like? Of Plankton's kind of motives, you know what I mean? Because they've changed, you know what I mean? Is it like always been world domination? He's just kind of like using the Krabby Patty as an excuse, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, no, his thought process is that you start small. He's he's a diminutive character, and so he figures you got to work your way up to it.
Yeah.
And he's just decided that if he's able to get that formula, he will be able to take over. That's the start of his takeover, is taking over the Krusty Krab first.
Absolutely.
And if he can take that over, then he can and manipulate everybody who loves Krabby Patties. He can take over the world somehow in a trajectory off of that. Yeah.
Baby steps, basically.
That's it.
Absolutely.
But he's also kind of a petty guy, like compares himself, like always wants to be the best, gets the most attention. He has a little bit of that like petty.
Yeah.
Right.
No, absolutely. One more question quickly for both of you. Jill, it's a lot of fun, this film, a lot. I just love every time there's something SpongeBob, I'm in. What was something about this project that might have been a bit different than past kind of SpongeBob projects you've been a part of specifically? Is there anything that stands out, Plankton, in the movie specifically?
Well, Karyn gets to really break out and have all these different sides of her. come to life, which is really fun to get to explore, you know, all these different things and find different layers and different voices. And that was really fun. And it's really fun to have her be this really evil character as opposed to her assisting Plankton or watching Plankton do it. It was really fun to have her do it.
Absolutely.
I mean, everyone wants to be the villain. That's fun.
100%.
Yeah. And you're a mega villain in this. You're not just a villain. You're
That's
like
right.
the villain.
You're
of all
the
time.
villain, absolutely. I mean, I always walk on eggshells in these interviews because I'm a big believer. I'm a filmmaker myself too, and I feel like even when I do interview, like I don't want to talk about the sport. I want people to go fresh. Like I always like that's always my thing. But no, that was really cool. I can't wait for people to see that. Last question, Mr. Lawrence. So much happens before you actually like go in and like voice Plankton, right? You're having discussions about everything. So from kind of a storyteller perspective, you can see it as like two journeys, right? Before, you know, voicing Plankton and after voicing Plankton, or does it feel like one big journey with multiple steps in between? I'm curious about that.
Well, animation's always so many steps. You know, it's not just write it and then go shoot it and then edit it and you're done. There's always been more to it. So there's a storyboard stage of looking at that, and then we go to the animatic meetings and with the editor and finesse things that way too. But I guess because I'm a little bit in each of those. I'm part of each of those processes here and there. But mostly, the thing I'm doing the most is writing, and then going and doing the voices later. So it's a good connection for me to have to kind of hone dialogue and then be able to, and then it's those two things have a direct connection, you know, writing and then going and doing it like Monty Python used to do. They'd write all their stuff and then they go perform it. Mr. Show did that. They write all their stuff and then they go perform it. So to me, that's a great, I'm lucky that I'm able to play a character that I'm actually spending a lot of time conjuring what the hell he's going to do. And then go perform it, you know.
Absolutely. And March 7th, Plankton the movie on Netflix. Very quick before we wrap up, I did want to say this because I did get a chance to tell Tom, Bill, and Carolyn this when I spoke to them for Nickelodeon on the Super Bowl Nickelodeon last year. You know, growing up, I'm a 90s kid, so I grew up with SpongeBob, SquarePants, and everything. And I just want to say with bullying and everything and tough times, you know, SpongeBob, SquarePants really helped me for a lot of those times. And I just wanted to say in that regards, thank you to both of you specifically in regards to that.
Oh,
that's
great
nice to hear.
No, absolutely.
So nice. That means a lot.
No, I just wanted to say that quickly, and I can't wait for people to see Plankton the movie. Thank you both so much for your time. It was great talking to you both.
Oh, thank you, Petey. Nice to talk to you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Petey.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.